Alright guys, welcome back to another loadout building video. Today it's going to be taking a look at a $250 red loadout. It has been a couple of weeks since we did the $100 video, so this has been well worth the wait, I think, because for $250 for red, you start to basically just sort of perfect it. And obviously it doesn't include knife and glove combo, because that for under $200 is hard in itself. But this is a nice combination if you ever got the budget to. Scarlet Shams all the way to Battle Scar look great, and then any slaughter knives go well with it. Now, speaking of combos, we're giving away a knife and glove combo this month. It's going to be a gut knife black laminate. It's going to be paired with these Broken Fang unhinged gloves in field test. The knife is battle scarred. All you have to do to enter this is make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment down below of your favorite skin from today's loadout. Let's get into it, and good luck to those entering. Some insane skins here. If you want the best place to buy and sell your CS2 skins, then look no further than today's sponsor, Skinport. Skinport offers users a fast, smooth, easy and secure experience for buying and selling Counter-Strike skins, with the benefit of items being much cheaper compared to buying on the Steam community market.
This is the way.
This is the way.
There are no buying fees, selling fees range between 2 to 12%, and there's over 1 million skins available on Skinport at any time. With a great Trustpilot rating, it's the perfect place to start building your loadout, whether you're going for budget gems or picking up some insane skins. They are also the reason we can keep running giveaways to give back to you guys, so make sure you check out Skinport using the links in the description or pinned comment, and let's get back to the video. So, kicking it off with the Glock, as always, I'm finally moving away from a candy apple here. I still love it, but Water Elemental for $5.61 in minimum wear is just a good consideration at that point. It's a good use of the budget, and obviously it's an insanely nice skin, incredibly popular. Much like the previous video, the USP is going to be the treater in minimum wear. Obviously this time it's not stat track, and that's going to be just under $17 at the time of planning this, which was around the 12th and 13th of May. Obviously prices can change a little bit in that time. P2000 of choice is going to be the Obsidian. This is $2.42 for minimum wear. Now, if you are mixing between the P2000 and the USP, I think in total here we're spending under $20 to get both of those. And you should be mixing through them and sort of seeing which one actually has a preference, because there's some maps where I definitely enjoy the P2K. We managed to step things up for the Deagle, and now I was considering the Crimson Web, but the Code Red for field test at $19 is just too good. It is pretty much a brightness skin, so it looks as good as it's going to outside of the brightness here, and great value for money pick. And it's those value for money picks that allow us to step up to an AK-47 Bloodsport. Now, I am going to say my preference, personally, would still be to get an Orbit Mark 1 and do a craft on it. And to give you an example, for the same price you could craft something like this. Now I just went for the mouse stickers because they're the more expensive budget side of red stickers. But yeah, you could do any red craft you want in an Orbit Mark 1, and I think with the right sticker choice, it could be better than the Bloodsport. Now, we can't get a Hot Rod, which means the M for everyone else options are lacking a little bit, but I think going for a Cyrex is still going to be better than a Chantico's Fire. I personally think the Chantico's Fire is a better skin overall, but in regards to fitting the red theme loadout, I think the red sort of black and white is better than the red and gold. Now, my Emperor A4 of choice is going to be a minimum wear Evil Daimyo. I think this for $2.68, super good value for money. I still think most people use the A1S instead of the A4, so I think using more budget towards the A1S makes sense. The op is going to be a field test Wildfire, which honestly looks great with these gloves. And even in field test, you see some scratches start to come through, but for $55, this is an insanely good looking skin. Now, one thing you can change here is if you're not an op player and you don't really care for an op skin, go get yourself a Black Nile for like $1.50, $2, and instead you can upgrade your Emperor A4 to this. You could make the upgrade to the Hellfire, which is $40.21. So you actually still end up with like $10, maybe $15 extra than play with elsewhere. So that depends. If you're an opper, go for Wildfire. If you're not an opper, go for the Hellfire. MP9 wise, we still don't really have a perfect red, but the Ruby Poison Dart for $1.65 in factory new is going to be a clean option that doesn't clash. We may have got rid of the Candy Apple for the Glock, but it's definitely continuing for the Mac 10 because factory new for 12 cents is just too good for this. This is incredibly clean. Candy Apples with paper Fizz stickers from Krakow look insane. Sorry, from Stockholm, not Krakow. These stickers are 11 cents each, and you can see how well they work together. We need to put more respect on paper stickers, guys. They're actually great for crafts like this. Then, for the P250, you could go for the Nevermore, but I'm going to pick the Murtos here for $4.20 in minimum wear. It just looks incredibly good. Now, we did find that if you go Battle Scarred, you get some black accents on this. So if you ever did go for Scarlet Sham gloves, that could work really well. The Tech 9 is one of those where we only have one option. It's going to be the Isaac, but it's now $2.84 for minimal wear, so it's a bit of a more reasonable price. Especially with how impactful the Tech 9 can be on the low buy rounds. Like, normally I'd lean in towards a Spectrum ZX or a Valence, but I'm going to go for the roll cage here for the FAMAS. I think FAMAS, economy's tough on CT, you're going to be using it more, so having a good FAMAS skin is definitely worth it. This is just under $4 for minimal wear. The Gale still has this thing of like 3 skins that are kind of red, but not exactly red. I'm going to continue with the connection here for 60 cents. It's cheap, does the job, nice and simple. One that definitely pairs really well, though, is still going to be the 5.7 Urban Hazard. This is one of the skins that's basically going to continue to be in every version of this now as we build it up, because 80 cents for minimal wear for a skin that matches the theme so well, and you don't have to worry about changing to another one down the line, is perfect. Now, the hemoglobins were a little bit out of reach, and I'm going to go for the turbos in min wear for the dual Berettas. Now, obviously, these have green and white on them as well as the red, but when you're using them like this, you see a hell of a lot of the red compared to green. I think they're a pretty good shout. Now, I was initially struggling a little bit with the SG, but then when we got creative, we're going to go for a battle-scarred integral here. Now, very similar to the twin turbos, there is white and there is blue on this, and it's a lot of colour on it, but the red is still the core. Another skin I think doesn't look awful in battle-scarred, if I'm being honest, so for $5, I think this is definitely worth that spend from the $250 budget. Over on the AUG, we're going to go for the side meat. $3.25 for this in minimal wear is absolutely spot on. Much like the SG, I think max of $5 for each is kind of like a nice spot to be paying from this loadout. Now, I am going to go back to the XM Seasons being the red XM of choice here. Now, I have to mention, as always, this is a pattern-based skin. You can get more red and orange on it, depending on the patterns. Just check them before you're buying. They normally don't require much overbuy. We do end up with another Bloodsport, this time for the MP7, and this time a bit more reasonably priced at $1.82, and I think it's because there's more black and grey on this one than there is red on the AK. And then finally, I'm going to leave it with an interesting pick for the Scout, because it's only 16 cents in minimal wear. I had been considering the Redstone, it was too much. I'm going to go for the Disaster, or the Disastre, whatever way you want to pronounce it. Now, obviously, this is this kind of like light wash blue grey base with a lot of black around it, but there are red accents, and if you just even put some paper stickers on this, it can look incredibly good. For example, this is it with 4 paper heroics from Copenhagen. These are 2 cents each, and the red and the black and the white actually kind of pair really nicely together. So total cost for this loadout is going to be $252.79. Now, obviously, doesn't include the knife and glove combo, not possible for the budget, but we've not had to use any buffer really to make this happen, and I think across the board, outside of us maybe needing a better A1S to sort of fill the gap between the Cyrex and the Hot Rod, this is a pretty bang on loadout. You'd be really happy with this, and then you can start to focus on going for a knife and glove combo. Now, if you did buy this and didn't have a knife and glove combo, good news, we're giving one away. It is going to be unhinged gloves, a low float field test at 0.61 with the gut knife black laminate in battle scarred. All you have to do is hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment down below of your favorite skin from today's video. Best of luck to those entering. I'm going to leave it there. I do want to know which skin was your best from this flat out though, because I think this is a really solid loadout. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.